All right, I have an extra practice for you. All right, so I'll just do on your own, and I'll just give you the key right here. So first one, acid and base. I'm sure you guys can do that now. The key right there. All right. The second one, find the concentration of hydronium ion. Yep, just that's it. One equation, you get it right away. Last one, calculate pH of the solution above. You can do it. Okay. All right, go to pOH. Right, pH is a measure of acidity of a solution. pOH is a measure of basicity, but we don't really use it. pH, pOH are the same thing, right? A pOH scale is the reverse of pH, and I'm not going to talk about it. It's not big deal. We don't really use it. But I want to show you that the relationship between pH and pOH is right here. Take a look. If you still remember Kw, so a concentration of proton times concentration of hydroxide ion is equal to 10 to the negative 14, which is the value of Kw, right? So I'm going to take negative log on both sides. Okay. From property of log, you can distribute negative log to proton and to hydroxide ion, right? Look like that. You should get on the left side, look like that. You know? Negative log of hydronium ion and negative log of hydroxide ion. That's right here. Same thing on the right side, negative log of 1, negative log of 10 to negative 14. Like that. Negative log of 1, log 1 base 10 is 0. Okay, so that's the whole thing, is this term is 0, so we're good. Another property of log, we can take negative 14 in front of the log. You know? And you're going to get negative 14, which is 14, right? Log 10 is 1. So 14 times 1 is 14. That's on the right side. On the left side, we have a negative log of proton. What is negative log of the concentration of acid? Are you familiar with that? That's the pH, right? Negative log of concentration of an acid, that's the pH, by the definition. Same thing, negative log of hydroxide ion right there. So it's a pOH. Basically, pH plus pOH is 14. Right? Or proton, concentration of proton times concentration of hydroxide ion is 10 to the negative 14. Take negative log on both sides. The pH, pOH is 14 right there. Right? Negative log is just equal to just the exponent, if you remember that, right? So basically, pH plus pOH is 14. And we have this complete relationship between concentration of proton, concentration of hydroxide ion, pH and pOH. Right? If you want to convert between concentration of proton and the concentration of hydroxide ion, we use Kw, this relationship. Proton to pH, that's pH equal to negative log concentration of an acid, right? So that's the definition of pH. pOH can be calculated back and forth between a hydroxide ion and pOH using the definition of it. pOH equal to negative log of the concentration of hydroxide ion. And lastly, pH to pOH equal to 14. Like, that's it. Okay. All right, do this one. I'll do this one for you. So in a sodium hydroxide solution, the concentration of hydroxide ion is 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4th molar. Calculate the pH. Okay. So we have this number right here. So we rewrite here. We want to, the question asks for the value of pH. So you can do either way. You can go from concentration of hydroxide ion to the concentration of proton, and then go down to pH. But for the sake of practicing, we just talk about pOH. So I'm going to go down here, go to the pOH, and then go to the pH. Okay. So down here and then there. All right. From the concentration of hydroxide ion to the pOH. So by definition, pOH is equal to negative log of the concentration of hydroxide ion. Right? The concentration of hydroxide ion is given is 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4th, negative log of the whole thing. So don't forget to put parentheses on 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4th, all of them. Right? Otherwise, the log will apply just only 2.9, not 10 to the negative 4th, and you get the weird number. You should get 3.5376. Okay, so 2 sig fig, but just keep in mind 2 sig figs. Don't write them off yet. Lastly, pOH relate to pH with this right here. pH plus pOH is equal to 14. Plug in. So more pOH on the right side. So 14 minus pOH. Plug in there. You should get this number. Right? 2 sig fig, just 10. There we go. Okay. All right. That's it. All right. Now we have class activity number 4. question, 3 question, and the answer key right here.